Okay, so today we're going to talk about Ubisoft and their E3 showcase presentation conference. Um, they had quite an few interesting games, I would say, for me personally. Um, I'm sorry for future reference or whatever. For noise you hear or people, because I'm like in my parents' house. And bad quality because I'm using a computer. Anyway, let's get started. Mario and the Rabbids Kingdom Battle. It looks cute, and I love the Rabbids. They're funny. I think they're me. They're everything I try not to be, but end up being, like a failure. Think I'm cool, but I'm not, and stuff like that. Um, I feel like personally you're gonna be wandering around a lot, which is it's not super common in a Mario game to be like wandering. Like it's not like a Zelda game, but I feel like that's how it's gonna play kind of. I liked the fighting. I liked how it's more strategy based. You have to focus on all these different types of like jumping over here, like going undercover over here, blah 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 blah. And I thought that was really cool. Um, I just think it's gonna be fun. I don't know what it's gonna do for Mario in general because people love Mario. Yeah, we do, but it's they're really just trying to change it up, and I can see that, and I appreciate that. And it was really good. I liked it. Next game is Assassin's Creed Origins. It looks great. It's an Assassin's Creed game. It is gonna look great. It's probably gonna play amazing. The combat looks good. Assassin's Creed always focuses more heavily on like you being stealthy, you getting over obstacles, and this looks like it fits in perfectly. I didn't play the pirate run, the pirate one. I forgot what it's called. Okay, Black Flag. I didn't play Black Flag, and I assume that the pigeon idea or the bird thing comes from that because I remember seeing that in Black Flag. But yeah, I like the eagle or bird or whatever it is. It's a bird. The combat looks good. One thing that I didn't like in Assassin's Creed games to begin with was that you would literally be getting attacked sideways by like 19 different people. So I think this focuses more on maybe like it does have like a skill level thing, so an enemy can be like level 13 or an enemy can be like level 27 and stuff like that. So it's more focusing on how you're approaching things other than, oh, we're going to give you a bunch of enemies and I hope you can run away fast enough. So that's what I liked about it. The crew. Race everything. That's the general purpose. You got car, I can race it. You got boat, racing that. The plane, okay. When you watch the showcase and you look at the at the preview for it, you're staring at this plane that keeps driving everywhere. And it took me a while to figure out what the plane meant. It took me to the very end where he's standing by everything. And then it's like, oh, you can race the plane. Because it's just at one point, it's just flying over, like, it's flying in the city, so close to the cars. And I was like, this is hazardous, this is dangerous, why are you doing this? And it hit me that you can drive it. So, race everything. I didn't play the crew the first one, because I'm not good at racing games. So I just never bought it or anything, but this looks good. Would I buy it? Maybe. Probably not, because I'm still not good at racing games. The new South Park. South Park, the fractured, my bad. The fractured but whole. It's good. It's South Park. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be just a little, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be that level of weird that makes you wonder why you're playing this. The little bit of weird that makes you wonder, am I just borderlining gay here? And you are, because it's South Park. I played I played the Stick of Truth. Good game. I love the fighting. It's a turn-based game, pretty much. Punch you again, and then you can punch me. So I don't feel like they're gonna change any of that or anything, but they don't need to, cause it's so good. It's just like, you don't get basic and boring games with South Park, and that's why I really enjoy. Transformers, however you pronounce it, because I didn't watch that whole thing. I watched the little teaser trailer for it that they showed. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I mean, I don't really have to, because I don't have VR and I don't plan on getting it anytime soon. And it's a VR game, so, but I just don't understand. It's like, is it like a game that's trying to get into your head or something like that? Oh, it reminds me of the episode of Black Mirror, where it's the guy and he's like trying to get extra money and he's avoiding his mom or whatever. So then it's like he goes to get like money. So he goes, like, he sees an ad in something or whatever, and it's like an ad to go to this video game company where they are like, oh, this is gonna be the best experience, blah 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 blah. And then it's like, this is the new horror game VR thing, but it's way better than VR because you're actually in it and your eyes are seeing this. And then he just completely like freaks out. So that's what it reminded me of, and I liked that episode. So I don't know if I'd be with Transferred, but you know, I could give it a try once I get more information, more view on it. Skull and Bones. It kind of looks like Rainbow Six Siege with boats. That's what I got from it, was just Rainbow Six boats. I just think it looks like a good game. It looks like you want to have so much expectations for it, because it looks good. The boats look cool. The stuff looks cool. It looks cool. Like, I like the idea of being a pirate and being like, yo, I'm gonna take your booty. That sounds wrong. But I like the idea. The thing is, I don't think it's gonna live up to the hype. I don't think it's gonna be as good as I guess people would want it to be, or people who buy it and they actually have it are gonna be like, oh, okay, it's what I expected, but I wanted more. It kind of reminds me of Guns of Icarus, where it's pretty much like you're in a blimp and you're fighting each other. And what I like better about Guns of Icarus is that pretty much it's like 4 people, just per se, there's 4 people on this flying balloon. And pretty much you got the person who's driving, and then everyone, it's like someone can be buffing your weapons and your engine. You got like someone who runs around and like heals stuff, everything. You got people who their focus is to shoot enemies when they come in near. So that's what I like about Guns of Icarus, and that's what it reminded me of. Just boats instead of air, but it's like an airboat in Guns of Icarus, so it's just like the same thing, but I don't think it's gonna be as good. we need a moment to talk about Just Dance. So they they come out with the Just Dance 2018, except I didn't know what was happening. It was scary. It was mixed emotions because these three guys who look like freaking Sub-Zero just come out and they're dancing. And I'm like, I didn't connect it to what was happening. I thought it was like an intermission type thing. And I was like, but they don't have those. I mean, they do, but then it's just people sitting there talking about what's happened so far. So I didn't understand what was happening. Then a polar bear came out, but that was after, like, the girls came out dancing to, like, poppy Japanese music. So it was very much confusing. And then a singer came out. I forgot her name right now, but she's popular. It was okay. I've never played the Just Dance game because I can't dance at all, like in real life. And actually, I have played the Just Dance game. Was bad at it. So I can't play a game about dancing, and I can't dance with actual people. So either way, I was confused. I was a little conflicted because I was like, looks fun. Just I can't get with it. I don't have the dancing bone. Okay. So something I had been actually hearing about was the South Park phone game. What's it called? Phone Destroyer or something. It looks like everything we already have from our South Park games, the funniness, the turn base. With this though, I think from what I saw, it just adds a lot more characters that you can fight with and against. And I say this in the sense of, in the Stick of Truth, which is the only one I played. I think they came out with another one after the Stick of Truth. I just didn't play it. And that's my bad because I'm like broke. So anyway, in the Stick of Truth, it's just two people, 2v, like it could be 2v like 5 or 6 people. Like that was the max, 5 or 6 people. Or things or aliens or monsters or whatever. And then you could have like a special character you could call upon, and it would like body everyone. And I feel like with this one, it's kind of like from what it looked like, it was like you having 5 characters on your side, the other team having 5 characters on their side, and it looked good, and I think it's gonna be good. I don't know if you have to pay for it. You probably do. They're not giving you that for free, but I wouldn't mind paying for it. It looked really good. Next one we're gonna talk about is Starlink. There's like more to the title, but it's just called Starlink when I wrote it down. It looks cute. I would definitely play it. It's pretty much like, I forgot that name, that game, but pretty much it's like where you like kabobble like a character, so you can have like, it was like they did it for Marvel too, so pretty much like you could have like the Hulk's arm and then like Spider-Man's leg or something. It was weird, but that's what it reminds me of, just with ships. Like you can, from what it was looking like, you could take a cannon out mid-game and switch it in for like a heavy machine gun if your cannon isn't working or it's going too slow. It looks like it's fun to play. It looks like you can go exploring and stuff like that. It also looks like you just never leave the ship unless it's like you go back to home base or whatever, and then you can probably walk around and buy more stuff. Probably not. Probably everything in that game you'll have to buy as like little expansion packs. They come in like a little box from like GameStop or Best Buy. But anyway, it looks cute. It looks fun to play. I would definitely play it. It just looks like a little like it looks more focused towards little kids. One thing, actually, I was gonna completely go to the next topic without talking about this, is that it snaps onto your controller. So if you have an Xbox One, a PlayStation 4, or whatever that other thing it was showing us, I think it was the the Switch, and it goes onto it, and then you can like it clips onto it, and then from there you switch the pieces, and then you can like still play with the controller right there. It might make it heavier. I'm assuming it would be like heavier. Like it looks like Legos, but heavy Legos. They also introduced some DLC for Steep. Their snowboarding game. I'm gonna call it the snowboarding game because that's what you're kind of doing, or skiing, or like parachuting, or like that thing where you wear the squirrel suit. Don't know what that's called. It looks. If you don't have Steep already, I played the demo when it was out for PlayStation. It looks good. Like I will play it. The thing is, it's like I was playing the demo, and because I'm assuming it's a demo, it's all messed up, or there's not there. Of course, there's not as many features. You get what I mean? So I literally spent like an hour just walking, and it was terrible. Like, I was so determined to get to this one spot, because when you get to spots, it's kind of like, oh, like it puts it on your map. Oh, you got here. And I was hoping, because when I looked at it on the map, it was like a lodge. So I was like, okay, this must be a place where I'll later on be able to teleport to. So let me go and discover it so I can teleport here whenever I want. I got up there after some long climbing, and I couldn't, it wasn't like a spot you could teleport to later, so I had completely gotten there and wasted my time. But it was fun. At one point, I was playing with other people, and they were pretty much like smoking me and everything. Like every medal competition, smoked. Every like freaking race, killed me in. But yeah, it was fun. So if you want, they have DLC. I think personally that this one and the Assassin's Creed game are the most anticipated. And I'm talking about Far Cry 5. Jesus. I'm gonna say this, and I'm glad Far Cry came at the end, because I would completely lose people if I've said this in the beginning, but I've never played a Far Cry game. They look amazing. They look good. I wish I'd played them, but I just know, one, they're driving over they're flying over this island that they're told not to fly over, but we're edgy, blah 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 blah, and then everything goes to crud because they fall into like a kingpin's den or whatever. This one looks good. It looks like crazy people. Like they're all crazy people. They all follow you in a small, like you, basic person, falling into some craziness. That's what I get from the Far Cry series, just by looking at like stuff. So I think this time though, you're like, you didn't fall into this situation. You're like, I'm gonna take these people out, and it looks good. It reminded me, when I saw it, it reminded me of Fallout, where you send a character to a location and like they'll like shoot from there or whatever. But it looks good. You have a dog that kills people. It's always fun when there's dogs. Dog kills people, chick kills people, dude in an airplane drops bomb that kills people. You could have your friends who kill people. It's just like a great time of people dying, and I would definitely. I feel like it doesn't really follow like it probably does, but I don't think it follows a heavy story. I think it's just like kind of going back to Fallout, kind of like, oh, the world's now gone to crud, and now you have all these perspectives of all these different types of people, but they don't follow they follow the same premise. The place has gone to war and everything, and now you're like a wanderer in this wasteland area. So I kind of feel like it's the same thing with the Far Cry thing, so I wouldn't feel like I need to buy the last ones, but I mean I definitely would, and it looks good graphics, great fun, killing people. Last of freaking Ubisoft at E3 is Beyond Good and Evil. It caught me. It caught me off guard because I've never played the first one. I never heard of the first one, but it caught me off guard with the pig, and then I was like, okay, so they're all animals, and then I saw the lady, and I was like, oh, but okay, so she's human. And then the monkey started talking, and he had a British accent. So I'm already sold, because if you watch Sing, monkeys with British accents, they're top notch. So, I don't know what's happening in the game. It looks, from when I was getting photos from this game, it looks like this takes place way into the future from the first game. I would estimate like 10 years just by looking at some of the photos, but I don't know. There's space fighting, I assume. I kind of get like a Mass Effect vibe from all the space fighting, and that you're in this giant spaceship. So I feel like you're gonna be able to go drive your magic spaceship all over the place and everything. And I think that's pretty cool. And that you'll have certain areas where you'll go, and like it's kind of like a fixed area, and then you'll be like, oh, I want to go over here, and then you start fighting people. But it looked good. Almost every game on this list I would either buy or definitely watch people play. And that's all. This is my first real video, so I'm sorry for any bad quality or bad. I mean, it's a black screen. You don't get any worse quality than that. But if anything sounds like scratchy, my computer sucks. If you hear background noises in the back, it's because there's people here. So thanks. I want to do it with the other showcases. So like EA, Bethesda. I've seen some of their games already that they have coming out. That look really good, so I just want to be able to get the chance to talk about those too. But you know, if I got time, I got time. Thanks for watching. I mean, you could have literally clicked on anything else, and bye.